the right sound.
Hello? That seems right.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be.
I think it skipped it. That's fine. Hello, people. Let's go for yeah, that seems good. Let's turn the sound down a little bit. Wait, oh, there's sound. I wanted to get back into streaming since the beginning of like December, but I have been very busy and kept putting it off. But it's a new year. No more excuses. Good morning, Gherkenstein. Hi. Our sounds good. There's a lot of games that I've wanted to play, but many of them are like, well, I should play this on stream, and then I just never play them. Oh, really? You came on just because I'm streaming? Oh, that's sweet. Let's open it. Hello? Or not? How have you been then? What have you been doing instead? Valid. I haven't seen Seal in forever either. Well, this is only slightly ominous. Oh, something I can interact with? Doesn't look like it. There's a note scribble on the wall though. Oh, there's a button here too that is never pressed. Okay, so that doesn't do much. Been good. Felt the most. You felt the most confident? You mean that you felt the most confident recently that you've ever felt? Settings dimensional imager. Topographical extrusion test 40, marker switch domain 47, water turbulent pool 67. Okay, this scares me. I'm glad that's a thing for you. I've had a similar thing. I finally found I found a temp job and also a another, like, not permanent necessarily, but like a longer time job in the beginning of December. One is like the second one is like private tutoring. The first one is to be in an office. And I've also I made muffins, I made pancakes, made not butterscotch, but it's kind of like butterscotch. Made a new type of porridge. So it's just things are kind of falling into place. Is that missing texture? No. So I need to rotate it and put this in on top of it, I guess? I don't know. You want to be in the arts real bad? Do you not get to be in the arts? I think our ship may have sank. I think we might be stuck on this island. You know, I always thought that this island was bigger, the way that it's been talked about online. Hey, so what do you think about the dentist? I seemingly can't sit there. Can I click anything? Oh, I can. January 1st. 1. Oh, I can. Okay. I can change the parameters of everything. Oh, it makes big skips though. Oh, okay, only if I do that. Ah, there we go. Writing, acting, or singing. Except drawing. Drawing is difficult. I think we should set this to today's date. I thought this said max for a second. January 1st. And what's the time for me? It is... That's not what I want to change. 8:48 p.m. There's absolutely nothing interesting going on right now. Yeah, it's 8:48 p.m. I live in Sweden, remember? I'm European. Oh, interesting. Will it show something else? Okay, so it shows a night sky. I'm guessing this is barely gonna change things. Yeah. That's more than I thought, actually. Interesting. Is 1:48 p.m. for you? What do you mean it's already p.m. for me? It's already p.m. for you too. Okay, that's interesting. So we need to find a date and we can link that to a certain star date. I'm just flipping all of these up. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Maybe I don't want to flip them up, but oh well. It is night for me, essentially. Okay, so we have different symbols. We have I, Templar, Canada, Arrow, Anchor, Beetle, Snake. What did I miss here? Flamingo. My first puzzle. Oh my god! I've never even thought about that. Oh, that's our ship. Do you think we're gonna be able to raise it from the bottom of the water? What could have been my first puzzle game? Do you think that Super Mario Bros. For the Wii counts as a puzzle platformer? So a rocket ship. We can go to that later. Can you press these? No, I can't. What's in a temple? The very tiny temple. Tower rotation. Okay. First game I ever got is Earthbound. Interesting. I've never heard much about that. I've heard it mentioned, but I don't really know much about what it's about. Okay. Do you think that's going to be impacted by the tower rotation? Or maybe you're just never meant to be able to see what it is. Okay, thanks. You can't close it. Ooh, okay. Interesting. You do whatever you're dealing with, dude. What? I can't seem to leave either. Okay, so it's a grid. I can't just click randomly. What's the grid? That's 6 times 8, I think. So I need to find a 6x8 grid that I can click push in on this. Persona 3. What are they up to now? Persona 5? Persona is another one that I haven't really... Is that the one with the really stylized button prompts? Okay, what's in here then? I presume I'm underground. Anything else to see? Doesn't look like it. Persona 5 is very stylish. Oh, but 3 isn't. Did they only find the style later? Let's close the door and then go to the library. Ah, okay, that's kind of cool. You mentioned writing, acting, or singing. Very blue and mournful. Ah, that's cool though. Okay, so I can go up to the library. That's a key room. But it is locked. Okay. Have you played the other Personas or just Persona 3? This is also locked. Seemingly. Oh wait. Is this a tower that it mentions that I can rotate? If I rotated the entire tower to be the other way around, would I have this entrance here? Do you think? I mute them because I don't have the console. Yeah, fair. Okay. Are you gonna get it? Are you going to play the other ones? I like how you have to close the door. It's silly, but it brings me joy. I'm trying to think of like the first puzzle game I played that's properly a puzzle game, but honestly I don't know what answer to give you. I have games I know I've played a while ago, but I don't know if I have a game that like I knew I played before anything else. So I can I don't know if that's shutting down or starting up the electricity. I want this specific fourth one. Ooh, yeah, solve this mystery are fun. I like games that are just stories too, even without there being any. Did the game just kick me down? There we go. Okay, so I need to do this later. Didn't have any effect. While I love puzzle games, I'll often play games that are just purely for the story. I wanna find out the mysteries of the world. That's its own puzzle, even without needing to specifically solve anything to See what happens. Oh, I guess we're going in here. Oh, so atmospheric. Okay. Hello? I clicked on this and it takes me up. Why does it do that? Can you not? Is there a specific number I'm meant to hit? That goes up by 10, by 1, by 7, by 2. Does it... 8, 16, 5, 9, 19, 22. Am I meant to get to 100 without going over? It is really rewarding. I mean, presumably... Oh, okay. What number did it shut down for? Oh, it won't start now. Interesting. How high can I take it? I can take it to 99, but the other one just won't react at all. Every time I click them, it takes my screen up and I have to exit it to go back. That's weird. Power to ship. Generator switches. It doesn't say what I'm trying to achieve though. Oh wait. This is saying that I can up the power, but the power to ship is always going to be 0. Interesting. Does it reset if I go back out and back in? No. So maybe I have to change something in the ship to let me play that again. Or I've already sent enough power to the ship and that's just enough. I flipped that up. Let's flip this one up. We have a very pretty painting. Okay. 3 digits that I can change. Can I change this in any way? No. What have you been up to otherwise? Miss Steel, honestly? Yeah. I missed him too. I've tried to message him outside of Twitch or anything. Like, talking with him on Discord and stuff, but I struggle with it because he seems just very depressed, and if I like, it's just difficult to talk when he doesn't seem to want to talk. I think he does, but it's, yeah, difficult. Can't do anything here. So I need a 3-digit number for, I don't know, pressure. What's back here? Bother him whenever I remember his existence. I think he likes that a lot. Okay, so this is gonna update over time as spin around. I don't think that's where the tower was. I think that's something else. This is my favorite building so far. So if I do... Okay, so I can set it to a specific time. What would be a good time to set it to? Half past 8. Didn't work. What a shock. So I'm horn, but I feel like he has a soft spot for me. I think so too. I can't press that. Can't press that. Can't press that. But couldn't I press the I before? I can't. Interesting. Wait, no I can. Oh, it's because I had to stand closer. Can I turn all of them on? I would presume that one of them I wouldn't be able to turn on. I was kind of thought that they would correspond to these levers. Because I didn't see what else it would be. How many of those have I flipped now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think. What can I even interact with? I can interact with a tower. What is behind this building? I can go in here, but I need a 6x8 thing. So it just seemed to be mature from when I was at an age I was not supposed to be on this app. Yeah. I agree. I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from the pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water I hardly noticed that we had arrived at the ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to the village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower path to the village level approximately halfway up to the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks, even after watching them for hours. I did not understand exactly what they were doing. I thought this was going to end earlier. That's why I kept reading. What was he even doing? They just a decade and 2 years. I don't know either. I'm pretty sure that I was on Twitch when I was 13. Well, thank you for stopping by. Do take care, Kirkenstein. Enjoy your new year. Oh god, my Streamlabs just lagged a lot. That was weird. At sunset, the motion for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor on a thick throne. Guards surrounded a strong creature who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely grey, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise, this creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now with in the same fashion. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me that he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then it would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day, things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans that lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees where they gradually died out. Maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet, the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were the heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while, he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out of the door and off the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was ascending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As the strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to a dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food inside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon so that I learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of the language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind, as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers, and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I had no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Asmoian age. Sirius has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay, though the idea unsettles me. I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect the Tweedlers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Chochtik. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Sirius and Achenar here. See Everdunes journal for more information. After watching Sirius and Achenar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again, and for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Achenar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Achenar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Sirius and Achenar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and I am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black. I thought they were to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. It says presumably color-coded then? I'll take it. Interesting. We'll be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think over their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creature, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. Future Bridge. I don't think any of these line up with the island as I see it. That is the end of the book though. Okay. So which of these can I read? Can I read all of them? Okay. That is nothing. Let's check the green one. Surprise, surprise, nothing. The other green one. Lucky me that they've all been burnt and all look identical on the inside. Nigh identical anyway. I think there might be 2 different reused books. Oh no, this one looks different. That's definitely one we've seen before. That's the other one we've seen before. And that's the first one again. What does this say? Emmet was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they are. Actually, I should keep that voice. Good morning, Daddy Dennis. How are you? What is that? Oh, play r/place 2023 cake. Congratulations. Happy New Year indeed. I hope 2024 will treat you better than 2023 did. How have you been? It's been a while since we talked. I'm good. Life seemed to maybe finally start falling into place in the beginning of December. Found a temp job and a longer time job, but both are part-time. One of them is private tutoring, which, as I don't know, it just seems to fit me. I've been cooking. I've been learning more recipes for cooking and baking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How's your 2024 been so far then? I know it's only been going for a couple hours, but has it been good so far? You can tell me about things, and I can read those, and then I can read what you have to say. Also, let me know if anything is like stuttery or laggy or anything. Emmet was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they are, a group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This is where Emmet lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmet would occasionally swim to nearby rocks. It was never too far of a distance. One day, another person appeared on the rocks, for no apparent reason to Emmet. Emmet named this new person Branch. Emmet and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmet showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived, on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmet to find out what to call the new boy. Emmet said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least, that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmet, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experiencing with the art, testing the limited rules as dictated to me by Father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. Not everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I'd hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it greatly anyway, and with that I am pleased. They've played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. I am lazy today. Fair. I had a private tutoring session from 13:30 to 15:30, and other than that, like before that, I basically just did nothing, and after that, I mean, I cleaned up a lot, I tidied, and I had a lot of dishes to do. But now my room is actually just really tidy. I have to be in the office early tomorrow, or not early, but like relatively early. And then I have tutoring again in the evening. So that's fun. You start tomorrow. What do you work with nowadays? Is it still the same? Taking care of people? Oh, school is interesting. I've been thinking about going back to school myself, but I wanted to get my feet on solid ground before I attempt anything like that. Okay. For some reason, my Streamlabs is just very slow to update. The last message that shows there is not really bad. Okay, well, as long as it still shows up on my phone, I can read it. What are you studying? Okay. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also, during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavy rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover what is falling now. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I have also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light over the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They will be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for the construction of the lighthouse. I have decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. More skills with therapy stuff? Nice. I think that could be beneficial for everyone. Or at least like a baseline course. We have worked 3 weeks in a lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I've had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light through the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art, and that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written. I think. Stone Ship Age, bird's eye view. based on what extra stuff you can do, so I can straight up optimize it. Okay, nice. Is that then... what would that be under? It's like psychology stuff or nurse stuff? Or like between the two, I guess. I think of it this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that it indeed is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I could not believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years, and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content, and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. And doctor and nurse. Okay. That's cool. Do you still have the same patients? Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be useful. These are the symbols that are on the walk, like the passage outside. Anchor, eye, snake, beetle, Templar, arrow, swan. What was the last one? Leaf, right? And that was the last page. Digital going to be burnt. There are still 3 left. Oh, unless I can't read it? Can I only read the top 2? Yeah, it doesn't let me read it. That's weird.
Serious? Is that you? Are you?
I don't even know what to think about that. Oh, it's night out? I didn't realize it had a day-night cycle. It's pretty though. Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Entered the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to receive your message. Yours, Atris. Marker switches on this island. Okay. Do I take it then that these are those things? Now I wonder what else I've missed picking up off the ground. Why is that dropped here though? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This didn't have one. Can't go around. I think there's 8. Happy lurking, Dennis. There's surprisingly little to do in this game. A lot to read though. This looks different than it did last time. Weird. Okay. I take it then that was not the right answer? Gotta say, I really expected this to be a lot clearer. Those are birds. So what can I do? If I have dates, I can plug them in here. Oh god, that animation is very janky. If I have dates, I can plug them in there. That should be the 4 chamber where I'm meant to plug in the 3 marker switches. The amount of marker switches. I can rotate the lighthouse. Where are these places that it's stopping? Let's try putting it to one of them. I'm assuming it's intentional and not a mistake by the game. There's something here. Close the door. Go up. Oh, that was silly. I was waiting for the door to open. And it never did, and then I pressed it. Okay. 59 volts. That's gonna be an answer to how much power we need. And now I can't see outs through here, but I can't leave. I don't think the game wants us to be able to look through this. That's a typical missing texture issue that I know happens a lot in, well, not happens a lot, but it happens in like Valve games. Let's see what the other values yield. Oh wait, so we had... Yeah, let's see what the other values do. That was up top. Seems to be 2 more after this one. It's very kind of it to make sure that we need to run back and forth to every single one we want in, but... So now 59 volts. That's going to be relevant for knowing what power to send. That has the same issue as before. This one says 240, 221. Okay. Oh. I wonder if it's better to try to piece together what these can mean before finding more values, so there's less to keep in mind, but I'm on a roll. Go here. Go back. It's making me think of the Room series for some reason. I've played the 2 Myst, quote-unquote Myst-like games that I've played are what's it called? Quern Undying Thoughts, and also a game that got sold us by the creators of the original Myst, which was Abduction. Oh, does this not say anything? Oh, it does. That's gonna be tricky. October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. I'm so tempted to just write this down. I probably should, actually. No reason not to. October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. 10:04. January 17th, 12:07, 5:46 a.m. I like how they still, like, obviously anytime you play a game, there's bound to be differences in how the in-worlds people do things and how we do things, but it never is so clear as when they use something that's common in English but not common in Swedish. It's like, because if you only speak one language, then anytime a game uses their language, it's just going to be, oh yeah, that's default. But when it does something that's default for a different country or language, then it gets confusing. I should write down the other 2 as well. That was 2:40 and 2:2:1. Also 59 volts. Just have that on hand. I like to pride myself in not needing to do that. Like, I'll just keep it in my head, but it doesn't help me to keep it in my head. We have one more thing that this catches on, right? Yeah. So this will lead to the library then, I guess? hopefully. See what we can find there. Maybe there'll be more books for us to read. I hope not. Okay. Any other values? 724. And this is still nothing. Interesting. Is it then going to be a value that it doesn't automatically stop on? Or have I just missed one? What can we do with these values? We have 3 dates. We can definitely use those. We have 2 sets of 3 numbers, which I can try to apply. First I want to see if there's another one. No, it is just these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So there's this, where there's a 6x8 grid. But no idea what I'm meant to do. If I get a series of... I did not like this sound, but I want to see what happens when it's completely filled in. Nothing. What a surprise. If I got sets of 2 numbers, they could be coordinates in that, but I have sets of 3 numbers. Nothing up here. Let's open the door. It's just completely blackout now. I preferred when it was bright. Gotta say. Let's close this. Okay, so it was October 11th? 19... I don't remember, I need to look. 1970 something? 1984. How would I ever be able to remember such a forgettable date? Such a forgettable year. I do remember this though, 10:04. Okay, so I meant to only highlight the one that this corresponds to. This would be the leaf, I think it is. Okay, so let's darken these. I'll leave that on, just... I'm expecting pressing my mouse button to bring up the cursor, but it also presses the button at the same time, so I keep pressing it twice. Because that's how I would expect it to be in different other games. Okay, let's check the book. See what this has to say. What is it? Was it a different one? No, it is this one. Okay, so that is the correct... Let's try doing the same thing. Now that I have it highlighted like that. October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. That is what I've written, right? October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. But it didn't do anything for me. Will I want to do them in order as they appear on the path? I only have 3 dates though. Okay, let's do the other one. January... What does it say? January 17th, right? There has got to be a better way of inputting these numbers. 12:07 up. $5:46 a.m. Okay, what does that correspond to? It's gotta have been this, right? The snake. Maybe I only have to press the 3 that show up in these dates. And once I've gotten the 3, it'll unlock. Yeah, there has to be the snake. I don't know what no other one looks close. November 23rd. 9791. Wait, I said 9791, not 9071. $6:57, and I didn't write whether it's AM or PM. What if it's PM? Okay, well, I'll take it as this one then, considering I just got an achievement for viewing all dated stars. I think that's a beetle. Let's see. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so let's input the beetle. Raced sunken ship. That is cool. Can I walk on it? I can. So I have captain's quarters. That's not much of a captain's quarters. Okay. It is a bigger game than I thought. So this is then the... I almost have the rock ship, but that's not it. What age was this? There was a map of it in the other one. Oh, guess we can't go there. I don't like that sound. That's not as unnerving. I was thinking this was the rock age. No, what was it called? The rock ship age. Seems like it's slightly sunken. There's a key to go in here. There is already a key here. I like how the key waves at me when I go there. So I can't seemingly... I can't go down, down, up, or down. This is nothing, so the only place I can go is here. Oh. Another block pathway. Well, that's not unnerving at all. I can't go up or down. I can only move left and right. Am I meant to see something? What? Oh, it's not gonna be 59 volts. Yeah, I can go up or down. Am I meant to view the lightning? I don't have an answer for this. Can I go to the other? No. Is there going to be another page explaining what to do on the ground? Like there was for Catherine on the last one? Can't go to the front of the ship. Can't interact with that. Can't go in the water. Because we don't want to get wet, do we? Oh no, that would be awful if we did. Okay. Okay, so when... Is it when the middle one is on, that one is free? Does that mean if I put this one, it's going to be the ship that's clear? It is the ship that's clear now. This is way too dark for my liking. Okay. Let's go down the middle one. I thought these small alcoves, the niches, would be doors. Why does everything have to go so deep? What is this circle? Why is it trying to be a horror game on me? I don't like it. The same painting twice. What can I interact with? Can I open this? I can't interact with anything in it. Okay, good to know. I don't think that's how that's meant to work. So, quills, ink. That's cute. I like that. Okay, let's check out the clothes. Piece of paper. Can I read it? Do I need to press on a book to read it? I just clicked outside of the game. Weird. That does nothing. Can't interact with that either. Nothing. Money. Jewels. I can sit on the bed. I clearly have the paper. Why doesn't it let me, like, use it somewhere? Well, I guess that's all I was gonna get from that. That is very deep down, though. Watching the world load in real time. And what's the final one? Is that gonna be the lighthouse? No, it's gonna be this room, right? It's not. Interesting. Well, let's go down the lighthouse. Wait, there's no way in down here? So it's empty of water, but I still can't open it. Why does it only take me to the side? I hate when I try to interact with something and the game essentially just says no by kicking me out, but then I don't know if I could interact with it or not, because I don't know if I pressed in the right place or if the game is just being stingy. I don't see what I can do here. Oh wait, the middle one, does that open that one, last one up as well? Does it combine both because it's the rock in the middle? It does, okay. Why have two stairways down when you could just have combined them? This did not need to be two different rooms. World map. Marker switches. The locus located on the island of... Which is achieved very easily. Instructions are followed. Turn everyone to the opposition. Then on the final steps, turn something. Another map. Another map. What did I miss? Oh my god, another map. I like how they're all maps except for one. It's not like you could even... It's not like you... They could have had a map behind it or something, but no. Okay, let's see where's the notes here. I feel like this is... feels like it's meant to be a puzzle with the inlaid thing. I can once again sit there. What does that do? How do I read these pieces of paper? Hello? No, I'm not trying to... Game. I'm trying to like interact with this. A rose and a skull. Is anything else in the room going to be different because I did that? Doesn't look like it. Can I sit on this side of the bed? I can! Oh my god. Riveting gameplay. Nothing in the ceiling. How can I read notes? Damn, he started on with it. Stone ship age. The wooden sailing ship embedded in rock and lighthouse. Yeah, it's this one. Oh, I can turn this on. Well, now I can go down the other place. Okay, let's do that before I get too hasty with anything else. I do wish I understood how to read notes, though. I feel like that shouldn't be difficult. I also don't know if picking up the blue one reset my pink one. Okay. Flashlight. They've dedicated an entire room to being underwater. And then not put anything to actually... What am I meant to find out here? There's one missing, is that it? I'm meant to place the last one back after I find it? Can't seem to do anything with the table. Okay, what's outside? That seems to be some kind of animal. Same for that one. That's a sign. Can I see it without this? No. There's another one there. A very odd game, I must say. I'm curious how I can free this key. I want to just like rip that specific board off, but I don't think the game will let me. Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to finish. I have been streaming for almost an hour and a half, so that's not too bad. And I will try to stream more often. Might stream tomorrow? Unsure. I have a lot of games I want to get through on stream. So I look forward to playing them. Thank you, everyone who stopped by. Thank you, Kirkenstein. Thank you, Teddy Dennis. Thank you, all the lurkers. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope that the beginning of 2024 is treated you well.